Our guest today is April Bennett from Cornell Cooperative Extension of Jefferson County, and she's here today to talk about some new programming at CCE. Thank you very much for joining us.
Yes, thank you. One of my favorite things to talk about. So our health and nutrition program area is expanding, and we got a new grant over the summer from the New York State Department of Health, and so we now have this whole big robust program we're calling it CARE, Community Assets Resiliency Education, because you know we love acronyms in the nonprofit world. But it's really all about helping to support kids that are getting ready to go through adolescence. So that tricky age from 10 to 13 when they're no longer little kids, they're not quite teenagers yet, they're sort of stuck in the middle, and a lot of things are happening with their development. So we have programming that's going to help these kids transition into healthy teen years, and also for their parents and caregivers to help them be able to communicate and relate to their kids as they're getting older.
We have a graphic up on our screen. The first one is a TOP club.
Yes.
What is TOP?
So these are clubs that you will probably start to see cropping up in some of our local school districts. We're primarily going to be working with kids in the Fort Drum area, and so that also would include Watertown, Carthage, and Indian River. So we'll be reaching out to schools to gauge interest. And these are going to be clubs kids can go to once a week with other kids of the same age group, and they're going to focus on positive youth development. So they will have trained facilitators. This is an evidence-based curriculum, which we're very excited about, and it's all about connecting them to their community, teaching them about new skills that are going to help them be great communicators, be able to get along with their peers and adults, and then also just develop a positive sense of self as they're kind of coming into their own and as they're growing up. And then part of that will be community service, which we love. So we're going to teach them how to get involved with the community. They'll get to pick a project to improve their community. We'll help them think of some ideas, and then they will really come up with the project. We'll help them implement it, and then there's a learning component. So they're not just doing service hours, but they're really learning about what that means, all with trained facilitators and through partnership with the Children's Home of Jefferson County.
Now 4-H, we do have that here, but you're adding 2 more? Is that what I read?
So this will allow us to serve more kids through 4-H, yes. And we know that 4-H programming already helps to develop kids their positive sense of self. All of these things that we're hoping for through the CARE program, we're already doing through 4-H. So in addition to these weekly teen clubs that kids can be involved in, we're also going to try to connect them to our 4-H resources. So whether, again, it's through after school or through its community clubs or right in our office at Cooperative Extension, we want kids to have as many experiences with positive adults doing things that really keep them engaged and help them develop good habits and keep them away from risky behaviors.
Now, if parents or teachers or anybody out there is watching this and wants more information, what should they do?
They should definitely reach out to us at CCE at this point. Very soon they'll start to be receiving more information, and you'll see programming starting. We're launching in October, but in the meantime, if they have questions or want to get involved, they can absolutely reach out to me, as always, at Cooperative Extension. They can email me, or they can call, and you've got my contact information up there, and I can tell them more about it, because we will have an element for parents and caregivers that they will also be able to take a weekly club with us and their youth, and then we'll all be coming together. We'll be offering dinner, and we'll get together and just help them improve their communication skills.
All right, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks.
We'll be right back.